With the family law, there can be a question on the Indian Divorce Amendment Act. So, the grounds of divorce under the Indian Divorce Amendment Act. Now, number one, the divorce must be filed within 2 years of marriage. Adultery, bigamy, fornications, and of course, rape or any other type of perverse sexual act, suffering from venereal diseases, or forcing the wife into prostitution, the non-resumption of cohabitation after passing an order of maintenance or a decree of judicial separation. So these are the grounds of divorce. Section 10, grounds of dissolution of marriage. Any marriage solemnized between before or after the commencement of the Indian Divorce Amendment Act. That is, how many grounds are there for divorce under this particular act. Now, under the Hindu Marriage Act 1955, Section 13(1) sets down 9 issues ground of divorce. Some of them are: 1. Adultery, desertion, cruelty, insanity, leprosy, venereal diseases, while other, for example, conversion, renunciation of the marriages. Words are normally Hindu. These are all particularly Hindu Marriage Act. So, in India, what are the grounds that can be? That is, number one, desertion, abandonment of the partner by the other one without consent of any reasonable cause or any reasonable cause. Then conversion to another religion, as stated above, conversion from Hindu to any other religion that is not part of the Hindu religion. Of course, when we talk about what is the Section 10 of the Indian Divorce Amendment Act here, that is subject to the provisions of the Act and the rules made thereunder, a petitioner for dissolution of marriage may be presented to the district court. A petition can be presented in the district court by both the parties to a marriage together, whether such marriage was solemnized before or after the commencement of the Indian Divorce Amendment Act. There can be a mutual consent petition. So, what is Section 10 of the Indian Divorce Act? Yes, of course, there can be a mutual consent petition by both the parties. Now, when we talk about 10A of mutual consent of the Act was inserted as a provision for dissolution of marriage by mutual consent. In addition to Section 10 of the Act, the grounds for dissolution of marriage on fault basis, Section 10A of the Act reads thus: a dissolution of marriage by mutual consent is allowed. Now, in such cases, when we file a petition in the court, first of all, the entire procedure is followed. What are the reasons, and why the particular petition has been filed? For it can be irretrievable breakdown of marriage. So there are many consent terms which are filed in the once the procedure is followed, consent terms are filed, and once the consent terms are filed, the petition is yes, of course, agreed, and the mutual consent divorce is given to the parties.